haven't posted in a while because
life got hectic.
Yeah, it's registration week for Dance Marathon, so I've been tabling every night.
And next week's play week, so
she's been at rehearsal every night.
Every night.
So I guess the first book we're going to talk about today is for my Literature for Children class. I read Charlotte's Web. I really don't like the story of Charlotte's Web.
It's sad.
I kind of hate Charlotte's Web. I always have. And looking back on it as an adult, I still hate it. So that's kind of where I'm at with Charlotte's Web.
I'm not sure I'll have anything good to say about Charlotte's Web, but I have read it in the past, so I know the story. So I'll try to put in 2 cents.
So I know a lot of people do like Charlotte's Web, and a lot of people consider it to be a beloved children's classic.
It's a touching story about friendship.
Yeah.
Is how everyone's described it to me.
But I don't really see it as a two-way friendship. Charlotte literally gives everything for Wilbur.
Yeah.
And Wilbur's a little ungrateful until the very end.
But, yeah, he takes care of her kids at the end.
Yeah.
Just, it does... I cry. Like, I read that book for several years consecutively. And we'd always watch the movie with it, too.
Never seen the movie.
I cry so hard when Charlotte dies. I hate spiders. I am terrified of spiders. And I cry so hard.
I don't know. I don't like the story of Charlotte's Web.
No. And my brain will do weird things. I'll be like, what would have happened if this had happened instead of this? And so there are several turns in there that I'm like, what if... I can't remember the girl's name, but what if the girl's...
Oh, Fern?
Yeah, what if Fern's dad never made her get rid of Wilbur?
I don't know.
What if...
Well, obviously he wouldn't have met Charlotte.
Yeah. And he had grown old with Fern. And then...
No. Fern's dad probably would have done something before then.
Yeah. But honestly, how can you sneak a pig and kill it? Pretty like that. See, I understand like chickens and bunnies. You know, those disappear. You can be like, oh, it ran away. A pig, a little different.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to say on Charlotte's Web.
But she read Charlotte's Web.
I did.
She still feels the same about it.
I still hate it. That's about where I'm at. So
I don't appreciate it all that much either. So that's but I'm in literature for young adult, so we read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's one of my favorite Harry Potter stories.
This is the first time I've read it. Don't hate me.
That one and the fourth one, my favorite.
I want to finish the series now.
You'll cry.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, is I've had friends that have read this story, and...
Well, yeah, probably almost everyone you know has probably read it.
Not everyone.
Just about.
And I've seen the movies, which I know, shame, but...
I never finished the movies, so...
But see, so I know the big heart-wrenching stuff now, and I'm like... See, it almost killed me watching in the movie. Do I really want... It will be 10 times worse in the book.
It is way more emotional in the book.
And I'm not sure...
I mean, maybe I'm just saying that because I read it first, and so I was like, oh my god. Because when the books all came out, you know, I went to the midnight release parties with my parents and my sister. And then my sister and I would stay up really late.
See, I made the mistake of reading this around my parents. And so it gets to the part where they're talking about Peter Pettigrew and his heroic death against Black. And I start yelling at this book. Don't you treat him like a martyr? You know, that's not a thing. He is he's a backstabbing little rat.
They don't know that at the time.
I don't care if they don't know it. That you don't treat him like a martyr.
They don't know that at the time.
So that was a fun experience, and my mom literally goes to my dad, why is she Why is she yelling? What did the book do? And my dad's laughing.
Understandable. I'd probably laugh at you.
Thanks. It was a good story. I do want to continue.
I really like The Prisoner of Azkaban.
To at least the 4th one. Because
Goblet of Fire is such a good book.
And this is going to get people to be mad at me even more. But Goblet of Fire was the first Harry Potter movie I ever saw.
It's a good starting spot. If you're not going to do the whole series, Goblet of Fire is a good place to start.
I was trapped on a bus, and they're like, we can watch Harry Potter. Well, I have all of them. What do you want to see? And they go, 4. And I'm like, I haven't even seen 1. Okay. 4. 4 is fine.
See, because
so confused.
Because you've seen the movies, so you know the basic storyline. 1 through 3/4 of the 4th book, it's like it's a different series.
Yeah, especially with I read 1 and 2 preparing for this, and this is when it seems like stuff starts getting really serious.
And then Goblet of Fire happens, and you're just bam.
Wait,
And then the last quarter of 4 and 5, 6, and 7 are like a different series. A lot of people I know disagree with me, but I prefer the earlier books.
See, the earlier books, he's younger, and it makes sense because you grow up with this character.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But so I'm assuming for a lot of kids, and especially I think our generation, the first book came out when we were 11. And then it progressed, and so you would be the age Harry is when the book came out.
I think the first book came out way before we were 11.
Probably.
I think
it came out when we were in kindergarten.
I think the movies came out when we were 11.
It came out when we were in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Because no,
it did not, because this came out in 1999.
So the movies came out when we were little.
Yeah. Because I remember, I think the last book came out when I was in 6th grade, maybe, or maybe 7th.
All I know is I saw a girl reading it when I was in high school. I don't actually know when these books came out. I'm a terrible human. But, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't, they came out in the 90s.
Like, the first and second book seemed to kind of brush over the topic of death. Like, yeah, you can die, but we're not going to really see it.
We're not going to kill all your favorite characters.
And then, 4 is just that bombshell with Cedric. And I loved Cedric in the 4th movie. But reading this book created more ties with Cedric. And now I'm like, no.
Yeah, because the movies, as you're finding out now that you're reading them, they leave out a lot of the little details like that.
Yeah. Because I was reading this, and there are 3 Quidditch matches in this book. The movie has 1.
Quidditch kind of drops off the face of the planet in the movies.
Yeah. And that makes me sad, because I enjoy the Quidditch. I used to play basketball. I enjoy the Quidditch matches.
I played hockey.
Woot!
And soccer.
So, as a former sports person, I'm like, yes, all the Quidditch. And then it's not really there. Which is sad. Because Quidditch is the one thing that Harry really loves so far. Because he hasn't decided what he wants to do with his life yet. He doesn't know what to focus on.
Harry never really knows what he wants to do with his life. Even in the 7th one, he's still kind of like, taking life one day at a time.
I thought in the 6th one, at least in the 6th movie, McGonagall's like, didn't you want to do this? So go do this class. What are you doing? But I could be wrong.
He starts kind of thinking about it, but he's still in that mentality. I'm just going to take this one step at a time.
All I really want to do is to pass my classes, which then turns to all I want to do is live. Well, it turns into let's kill all the Horcruxes, and then all I want to do is live, and then I want to just save my friends, and then just it's really weird.
I don't know. I know I'm in the minority, but I really dislike the actual character of Harry Potter. I really dislike his character.
I want to hear more about Neville and Hermione.
I really dislike his character.
I'm not gonna lie.
Which is probably has something to do with why I stopped watching the movies.
Maybe.
Because it's a little hard to get into a series if you really dislike the title character.
That's true. I have to read The Hunger Games later this semester, and I've read all 3. One of my friends stopped halfway through the second book because she was very angry at Katniss, and the side characters were not interesting enough for her to stay. So
I read the first Hunger Games. Wasn't a fan.
the first one, okay. The first one's okay. I can handle reading the first one. The second one is okay. Then the third one's like, dear God, why? Why? That's the first time that I can remember that I really threw a book across the room. Was reading the third Hunger Games.
I don't think I've ever thrown a book across the room.
I threw it. I was like, no! My dad goes, oh, something happened she didn't like.
Well, I think that's probably
it. We got off on a tangent.
Yeah. So
we like this one.
yeah, we don't really like this one. So obviously in our classes we have to do a lot more reading.
Yeah.
So I know right now I'm currently reading Misty of Shinkotik and The Outsiders.
We have to.
Those books go together well.
We have to watch Whale Rider. I need to do
I
that.
love
haven't done
Whale
that yet.
Rider. That was so much fun. You will like Whale Rider.
Okay.
I
need to
think
do that today.
it's an emotional roller coaster.
Joy! I think I want to read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell again, because I think that'd be a good
I liked
one.
that one.
That'd be a good one to write a report on.
I liked Eleanor and Park too.
I already did a report on that one. It is good.
Personally, I
hated-
think I liked Eleanor and Park a little better, but
I think it depends on when you read them, because I read
Yeah.
Fangirl first, and freshman year of college, reading about a freshman in college, you're like, oh, they're relatable.
I think I read Eleanor and Park first.
I read Eleanor and Part second, and I'm like, not as relatable. I hated Eleanor's dad. Gonna put that out there. He needed to die.
Yeah, so and sometime we'll be talking then about whatever book you read next for Lit Young Adults.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about The Outsiders and Misty of Shinkotig, which just go together so well.
Oh, that just sounds like it will go together well. And we might, if you want to find more about Eleanor and Park / Fangirl,
We'll
probably talk about them at some point.
Probably.
Because, as you can tell, we have strong feelings for these books.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for this video.
Yep, we'll be posting another video pretty shortly with our Irish Lit book, so
So, see you later.
see ya!
Bye.
Bye!